What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Cute Every Boy, aka TheWavMan, and I'm back with another one. You already know what time it is, man. As you read the title, today we are gonna get into how to master your music like the pros, okay? Like your favorite mastering engineers does your favorite artists. So, I know many of you guys seen the last mastering tutorial, but we are bringing you an updated version, which has a lot of new different techniques, and we're gonna go into depth today and show you guys these different techniques to bring your masters to another level. So let's get right into this. Bang. You already know what time it is. Let's get it. Yay! Now, if you can take a look at the screen now, you see that we have our session up right here, okay? Now, the first part of getting your perfect master is to actually have a mix that you like. All right, guys, so if you don't have a mix that you like, maybe let's go look back at that mix real quick, and then we'll come back to the mastering phase, right? So, all jokes aside though, seriously, in order to get the master that you're looking for, you have to have a mix that is balanced, a mix that is what you're going for, because the mastering phase is going to give you that last 5%, that last 10% that you're looking for. So make sure you get the 90% of the mixing part, and then we can start telling you about this 10% of the master that takes this song to that next level, right? The next level that you want. So now number two, what we're actually going to go ahead and do, we're going to start off in the mastering phase, and we're going to start off by carving out our mix, okay? Getting the tone that we're looking for. We're going to get the tone that we're looking for by using an EQ, okay? Now, if you look on the screen, the first thing that we're going to use is our Pro Q3. Let's go ahead and listen to this mix without the Pro Q3. Then I'm going to go in and explain all the little moves that we did on these EQ curves and why they made sense for this song, all right? Let's get into it. This is without.
I got somebody, she's no groupie. Kelly special, I cannot lose it.
I ain't gonna cap, y'all. I will get lost in this song. It's just a vibe. But as you can hear, we have the mix that we like, right? So now what we're gonna do is carve out our tone, okay? So the first move that we did right here was a high pass filter. As you can see, this high pass filter is literally cutting off the lows, the rumble, okay? The super rumbly part, right? So the reason why we did this high pass filter at 18 hertz, hold on. A lot of y'all don't know, but we just launched an all-in-one platform for music artists where we give free custom cover art, beat library, distribution, AI mastering, Spotify playlist search engine, events, fix your mix, where I take your mix and we go in live and we start mixing it and fixing it for you. Now, we're running something really special for the first 100 artists that sign up to the platform Upstream at upstream.io. The first 100 people are going to get a $100 voucher to wavemonopoly.com to get any vocal preset that you want. All right? And we launched a few days ago. So if you want to join the platform, welcome to the family. We'll see you on the inside. Let's get it, man. Back to the tutorial. Yeah. The reason why we did this high pass filter at 18 hertz is because we wanted to take that rumble out, right? So that, say if your song is playing over some huge speakers, a concert venue. Now, many times this could over rumble, right? And just have too much low energy to where it starts to drown out the rest of your mix, okay? So you want to take out just enough of that low end energy so that we're starting to get a cleaner mix, okay? So let's go ahead and apply this, right? Let's go ahead and apply this and actually listen to that low end energy, okay? So headphones or speakers, let's get it, okay? Now, you could either be looking at me crazy like I did not hear anything, or you're listening appropriately for the situation that we're in, and you actually heard that low end rumble, just a little bit of that low end being taken out. That's the frequency that we just focused on and we took out at 18 hertz. I would recommend doing this from anywhere from 15 to 25 hertz, depending on the song. So that's the first move that we did. So now you can see the second move that we did was actually a cut, okay? This is just a cut in the muddier frequency range, okay? This is like in that low end range, okay? So there was a lot of mud in this track, so we wanted to go ahead and take some of that out. It was just a lot going on. Let's go ahead and listen to that frequency now. So that just gave us a little bit more clarity by taking some of that extra low end out, so we can just get a little bit more clarity into our mix, all right? So the next move that we made, as you can see right here, this is about the 16K hertz range, where we just wanted to add a little bit more body, right? So now when I'm starting to EQ these ranges, I'm starting to think more vocals. Now I'm trying to carve out the vocals just a little bit, right? Because I liked my mix, but it was kind of getting drowned. The vocals were getting drowned out inside all of the movement in the music. So what I wanted to do was add a little bit more of kind of like the presence, that body of the vocal. So I Just did a slight boost, okay? Nothing crazy. It's zero point 0.3 dB boost at the 1600 hertz range, and that just gave us a little bit more presence, okay? So the same thing that we're gonna go ahead and show you right here, okay, at the 4200 hertz range. As you can see, we did actually a mid side, right? So we focused on the mid. So we actually changed our Pro Q EQ, right? This is why I like this EQ so much, because it's so easy to go from mids to your sides and just control these frequencies more specifically. So right here at the 4200 hertz range, we just wanted to get a little bit more of that presence in the vocal, and we did it in the middle, okay? Because we want the middle to be affected, right? We don't want the whole stereo image to be pushed frequency wise. We actually just wanted the middle, so that's what we did right here, and we did the same thing with this 82K hertz range, okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and just take these two off, and then I'm gonna put them back on, and you're gonna actually kind of hear these vocals start to pop, okay?
I was getting used to send them off in the morning, but she give me head while I'm yawning. Why is approved it's ready? She claims she my bitch, I already counted this fetty.
You can really hear it at that 82K hertz range right there. So that's why we did that, okay? Now, the last move that we made right here was a low pass filter at the very high end, okay? A lot of times I just take some of that high end off, that unnecessary high range that a lot of us can't hear, but it does have artifacts in there. So we're just taking those high end artifacts out, and that's why we had that move right there. Now, let's get into the next thing. We have our SSL comp. Now, this is the same thing that we had in the last mastering tutorial, but this is like truly golden, okay? This is our SSL comp from Waves. Compressor, we're just using this to control the dynamics and glue this track together. So as you can see right here, guys, we're just gonna play around with this threshold. And I went ahead and turned analog off because, like I said, I don't wanna introduce too many artifacts, too many artifacts into this record. I wanna keep it relatively clean. So we didn't wanna turn on that analog button right here to add any of that extra artifacts and extra overtones. And we just wanna keep it as clean as possible. So watch the attenuation here. And what you're gonna want to do is play with this threshold and actually just make sure that you're not doing too much at this level, because you will get some weird pumping, super smashed sounding records, and you don't want that. So let's get into the next thing, okay? This is from Slate Digital, and this is our virtual tape machine. So basically the reason why I like and I love virtual tape machines, I especially like this. This one just adds so much. It takes your record from sounding digital to sounding like it's literally real life, like it's larger than life, right? It gives it body warmth, and it gives it an analog feel. This kind of brings more of that welcome back to life, right? Like it was like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and we are back tall again. You know what I'm saying? But no, for real, like this just brings a lot of body realism, depth to your track. We're gonna bring this in here right now, and I just leave this totally default, literally. Listen to what it does with it off, and listen to what it does when it's on. Let's get into it. This is without it.
I was getting used to send them off in the morning, but she give me head while I'm yawning. Why is approved it's ready? She claims she my bitch, I already counted this fetty. I'm about to move the style like I'm Diddy. I'm walking for the cheesecake dedicated. Girl, we can be up.
And I know y'all heard that, so stop playing with me. Let me not bring that back. Y'all already know what time it is, man. If you day ones, y'all know what time it is, man.
You know when you're trying to take your music career seriously and you might need cover art. We got cover art. And you might need beats. We got beats too. Mixing, mastering, playlisting, distribution. I mean, let's be honest. You need a lot to create and release music successfully. What if I told you you can get all those things in just one place? Now introducing Upstream. We bundle a forever growing beat library, custom cover art, AI mastering, playlisting where you own the data, global music distribution, and online community events led by industry professionals, all together in one bundle. Everything that you need to take your career to the next level as an artist, all at your fingertips. Head over to upstream.io and get started.
So the next thing that we're gonna do, guys, is we're at the level where we want to build our stereo image, right? So we're going for a larger than life type of master. We need to build our stereo image. So in this case, you guys are going to see me using the Ozone, this from Isotope, which is the Ozone Imager. What I wanted to do right here was just kind of carve and tone what I want the stereo image to sound like. So I like this a lot because we have this part right here where we get to actually set up our bands, right? We get to actually click in our bands and set our ranges where we can kind of work them independently. And right now I'm going to show you what we did to get the feel that I'm going for right now. And the feel that we're going for is larger than life. We actually moved this down, okay? We moved this negative 31.6 as you can see, right? So basically, what that's doing is getting our low end more centered. Okay, so when you're moving it down, you're making it more centered, and when you move it up, you're making it more wide. Okay, now for this low mids or just this, it just feels like when you start to move this range right here, you get just feel super wide, right? And that's what we're going for right now. Now, depending on the song, I would either boost this or bring this back more centered, depending what I'm going for. Like I said, I wanted a larger than life. So right now, for my taste, I'm gonna go just a little bit above, and that's where I had it. So let's go right back there.
I was getting used to send them off in the morning, but she give me head while I'm yawning. The wipe is approved and it's ready. She claims she my bitch, I already counted this fetty. I'm out of mood styling like I'm Diddy.
Right? So in our next areas, we did the same thing. We just boosted up in our higher mids, right? And then we just did a minor boost in the highs, right? Because we don't want to go too crazy with the highs. The next thing that we did was actually we used a free plugin. Okay, this comes from Apogee, which is like a clipper. It's a soft limiter. It's a clipper. We're using it in a clipping fashion right now. So basically, what we did was we're using this to kind of get that extra boost of loudness to our record, right? And a little bit of that kind of that warmer clipping sound, right? Because we're kind of limiting this record. So that's what we did. So we drove it up a little bit. We drove it up by about 3.8 dB. We did a little bit of limiting, right? Kind of using a softer limiter, a kind of a knee in a way, and then we boosted up our output just for a little bit of that extra, gain trim, right? So just to give a little bit more of that level, and I'm gonna play it with and without. And you're gonna hear how this actually gives us kind of that sound that we're going for, where it's just a little bit more authentic and a little bit more punchy, a little bit more, just a little bit more, saturated, just a little bit. And overall, it just gives us a louder record. So let's listen to it with and without. Without.
I was getting used to send them off in the morning, but she give me head while I'm yawning. The wipe is approved and it's ready. She claims she my bitch, I already counted this fetty. I'm out of mood styling like I'm Diddy. I'm walking for the cheesecake dedicated. Girl, we can be up.
Right? Sounding super crazy. As you can see, we're gonna look at this attenuation right here. And whenever you're doing any soft clipping, you don't want to have attenuation going super crazy. You don't want attenuation at -6, 12, 5. So whenever you're doing these type of moves, just keep it at a -2, -1. Just keeping it, little moves at a time to get the overall grand scheme of what we're going for. So as you can see right here, we're not going past -2, -3 type of attenuation.
I was getting used to send them off in the morning, but she give me head while I'm yawning. The wipe is approved and it's ready. She claims she my bitch.
Crazy, right? Now, the last thing that we're gonna do now is bring our record to that final limiting phase. All right, and we're just gonna get a little bit more of that carving out, choosing the style, right? So as you can see, we're using the Fab Filter Pro L2, which is our limiter, and we're using this because it's a great limiter, right? It has a lot of different things that we can do in there, right? So usually I will be going with a transparent, right? That's just trying to get the cleanest track that I can get, right? This is a very transparent limiter. That's why I love using it. But every once in a while, I'll choose a style, right? This is just a style to get a little bit more of that tone, right? There's just a little bit more of that tone that you're looking for. So what I made sure to do with this is just got the tone that I'm looking for, whether with it being, in this case, modern, right? And then I turned down the look ahead, and then I brought down the release to 50 milliseconds. And basically what that did for this track was just gave me the tone that I'm going for while getting that final, loudness that I'm going for, and just that limiting that I'm going for, okay? And then I pushed it up to get about a -4, -5 attenuation, just trying to push the levels a little bit without it sounding too distorted. So let's hear it without, and let's hear it with. Let's get it.
I was getting used to send them off in the morning, but she give me head while I'm yawning. The wipe is approved and it's ready. She claims she my bitch, I already counted this fetty. I'm out of mood styling like I'm Diddy. I'm walking for the cheesecake dedicated. Girl, we can be up in the sky, you ain't know this home so high.
Simple as that, man. Look, that is how you master your track. Hey, I'm TheWavMan, and welcome back. You already know what time it is, man. Make sure you follow the channel. If this is your first time seeing me, make sure you follow this channel because we back at it like Y'all know the rest. Y'all know the rest, man. So if you like what you saw, make sure you follow this channel, subscribe to the channel, give me a like, comment, subscribe. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Q, everybody, aka the Wave Man, man. I see y'all next time. Yay! Upstream. Let's get it.